didn't have a history of diabetes in our family. We didn't know anything about diabetes.
All right, ready? Now you go off for a pass. Okay, we're coming your way, Mark. Here we go, ready?
He was 3, and something was wrong. He was sick. We thought it was the flu. Every day is a science project. That's the challenge with this disease. We didn't know how serious it was. You know, you just don't know until you're being told that this is really bad. That was the scariest thing, is to even consider your son could be gone.
There you go, nice.
If I don't take insulin, I get too high, and if I get too high, my ketones start to react. That's when you have too much high blood sugar, and they have to rush me to the hospital and put me on an IV.
I see him with something that I don't really want him to have.
Go, Nikki, go.
They're good brothers. They support me with diabetes sometimes. It feels pretty good when they're by my side, on my shoulders.
Finding a cure is our dream. To have Chase live a normal day without thinking about it or without having to worry about any of it would be a dream for us. And we're going to fight together to find a cure. And that's why we're here. It's why we do what we do with the JDRF. It's vital.
He's like, what is going on here?
Can you say hi?
I just love him, and it's hard, you know. It's just hard.
We're so proud.
I'm so proud of him, and he's such a good boy, and he's smart and sweet and kind.
If there were a cure, my mom would go crazy. She wouldn't stop crying if there were a cure.
She would not.
She was very, very ill.
It's just something that comes as a complete and total surprise and shock.
It's been very hard.
When I was diagnosed, I was very angry because I had lived 16 years of life without type 1 diabetes.
Elizabeth's been very compliant and in good control, but she recently moved into her own home and she lives by herself. My biggest fear is that she will have a low during the night and not be able to recover from it.
I worry about it almost every night. I put my head on my pillow and go to bed, but I do what I can to be prepared. One night I had such a bad low, and of course I was there by myself. I didn't think, and I didn't have any sugar in my bedside because I had used it all the night before, and I didn't think I was going to even make it up to the kitchen to get any Skittles.
There's never been a time where research is so close to a cure and to treatments that many people living with type 1 would consider a cure. So it is very, very important. If you give $1, that could be the dollar that pushes the research over the edge to a cure.
JDRF means the world to me. I don't know what I would do without JDRF. I would be so happy if there was a cure. I constantly am making a list of other jobs that I would like to do once I no longer have to work at JDRF because there's a cure.
I don't know anything about diabetes. What does this mean? You know, this is my 12-year-old daughter. What does diabetes mean for her?
It was frightening because it's your child.
I've gone through my angry streaks just with low numbers, having to stop and not do anything, just making sure it comes up, but realizing that it is a big deal if you're low and not wanting to pass out.
She's a teenager, so you know, she'll have highs and it's just very matter of fact for her. And it's like, we just had this conversation with her and we had to go to the level that I don't think I wanted to do as a mom for a 14-year-old, but it's like, Amanda, if you don't take care of this and if you don't stop having high blood sugar numbers, your life expectancy is going to decrease. What does that mean? That means that we may have to lose you before we're gone.
If they found a cure, it'd be just amazing.
Before you get to our age, this is going to be fixed. I mean, you know, it's never going to be cured, but, you know, be it an artificial pancreas, an internal pump, I mean, it's, you know, next 20 or 30 years, it's going to happen.
I have to say thank you so much for putting your money out there and helping us try and find a cure, and the fact that you're there and supporting us whether or not you have it means so much to me and so many others. Knowing that you're gonna help us find a cure to make it easier for us, and just thank you.
I'm just a big baby.
My mom got sick in probably 1977, so I was 7. They didn't really know what was wrong with her. Back then, the research just wasn't available to determine that she was in fact a type 1 diabetic. She passed away on September 2nd of 2012. And it was from, she had neuropathy. It's been really tough for everyone. She was extremely close to Addie, who was diagnosed, and she saved her life, I think.
I was 9 years old when I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. My grandma is basically the whole reason that I know about my diabetes, because if she hadn't suggested that we test my blood sugar, I could have gone into a coma. I could have possibly even died. So, and I've always loved her.
I want my daughter to have as normal a childhood as possible. And so any research that helps find answers, find cures, it's gonna change her life and all of our lives. JDRF, that staff is just amazing, and they do so much. Their absolute passion for finding a cure or at least better treatment, it's just a miracle. She's an amazing little girl. She blows me away. She's a lot stronger than I gave her credit for. Going through this, I've seen her just show me what strength really is. She's such a beautiful little soul. And I hope to God she doesn't have to go through this her whole life.
Diabetes doesn't define me. I say thank you, because if there was a cure, I would be so happy, because it would make my life a lot easier. I say thank you a million times.